Can someone explain to me how this whole LCQ things works? Are the winners of the different regions all going to play each other or something to get into Capcom Cup? No. No. So I'll explain how the whole qualification system works. Yeah. All right, let's get to it. So, in Capcom Cup, there's only 2 people who auto-qualify for the entire tournament, right? This is actually a good time to explain it to anybody who doesn't know how it works. In Capcom Cup, there's only 2 people who auto-qualify for the whole tournament. One is NuckleDo for being the champion last year at Capcom Cup. He auto-qualifies for the following year. The second player whom auto-qualifies in is the one who wins the last chance qualifier on site at Capcom Cup. And I've got my site on Underpowered, who's subscribed to the channel with a $4.99 sub. Thanks very much. That's very kind of you. So 2 people auto-qualify. The other 30 people in Capcom Cup, since it's top 32 or 32 players, right? Those top 30 people are all through points. So if you look at the points, right, 1 all the way down to 30, those are the players that will qualify in. Now, the way the regional finals works, if you click on a region, so we're watching CPT Asia today, this is how a regional final works, right? For the regional final, 7 people, the top 7 people in the region, make it into a top 8 bracket, right? Automatically qualify into the top 8 bracket. And the way you get regional points, in case you guys don't know, is anytime you compete in an event that is in a region that's not a premier, you get points for it in that region. So when he played in Manila Cup, you get, your 20 points to the Asia bracket. You play in the online event, he got 20 points to the Asia bracket, 1 point here, 160 there, etc., right? So that's why Tokido, for instance, if you look at CPT Asia, Tokido, even though he's got a shit ton of points, he's at 18, right? Because overall he has 1725 points. But only 100 points in Asia because he's got 3 events that he played in Asia, right? Saigon Cup 3rd, and then he got a 5th in the online and a 7th at Tiger Uppercut, right? So he doesn't really have any points in the Asia region, right? So, that's just how it goes for Tokido. So CPT Asia, top 7 players qualify into a bracket. The 8th player is decided by a last chance qualifier on site. So whoever the 8th player is, which in this instance is Tokido, qualifies into the bracket on site. So that's how the CPT North America will be too, right? Red Bull Battlegrounds will be Punk, Idom, NuckleDo, Strider, Brian F, Smug, and Justin Wong as the bracket. And whoever wins the last chance qualifier will make it in to play Punk first round in the LCQ, right? So that's how the North America finals will work, for instance. The European one is already over. Problem X won that one. But the way points work for a regional final is it doesn't auto-qualify you into Capcom Cup, right? If you win a regional final, you just get the same amount of points you would get for winning a premier event, which is 400 global points, which is why if you go to Problem X and you go down to EU regional finals at Milan's game week, he won, right? He got 400 global points for the Capcom Cup, right? So that's how this works. It's not that complicated. This year is much easier than last year. The way you look at it, it auto qualifies you. No, it gets you a shit ton of points. So if you have any points, you will basically auto qualify. But that's not a technical auto qualification spot. The only 2 spots that are auto qualifiers are being the reigning champ and the last chance qualifier. The website, on the rules, it says it doesn't auto-qualify you. Yeah. You get the 400 for seating. But there's also nobody... It says it in the video, really? Because in the rules, it doesn't say that. It says the global leaderboard for 30 points, the last chance qualifier, and the Capcom Cup champ. Right? Is it different? There's an exception rule? That's crazy. Because I was reading this yesterday. Is it like at the very bottom? So they are auto qualifiers. Where is it? It's like at the... That's crazy. I thought it didn't, because I remember reading is bold. This part? Or is it down at the bottom? Wow, they do auto-qualify. Okay, because I remember reading the rules and it wasn't on here. I mean, even in this slide, it doesn't say that. It's this part? Regional finals auto-qualification exception. All right, so I guess they are auto-qualifiers. Okay. So, I mean, for the 4 people who get it, it will be fine anyway. But the reason it doesn't make sense to me, right, is because pretty much everybody who has a chance, like Brian F, for instance, right? Let's say Brian F somehow wins the regional finals. If Brian F wins the regional finals, he will already be in the top 30 anyway. The points are supposedly just for seeding. But if Brian F makes it, you know, he'll have 900 points, which would put him in top like 20 or something like that, right? Like, you'd have a lot of points. Right, 900 points is a shit ton of points. Yeah, it would put you like around here, right around the top 20. That's why like Problem was the same way, right? Problem already had 1100 points before it, so I guess it is just for seeding. Okay, it's interesting. Yeah, because I remember reading the rules, and because I thought, here's what's funny about that. I was saying a while ago that regional finals auto qualify you, and then someone was saying, oh well, it doesn't say that on the rules. So I was like, okay, so I looked at the rules and I didn't see it, but I guess it's on there.